Alright, so we're back in my room now. Hopefully less distractions, because it was a bit hectic in the bathroom with it being tea time and everything. So we've got the gravel here. That's all clean now, so what we're going to do is... I don't want to damage the glass in time, even though it's not very seen. Still, you don't want any damage to it. Be on your filter, so... Not your filter, on your tank, sorry. As I bang it. Put that back there. So what we're looking for is an even spread of the gravel. There is not that much gravel in this, to be honest. But as I said, it's going to be changed soon because it's quite a colourful tank. So obviously goldfish, only one colour, but again quite flashy fish, if you know what I mean. Gonna have the white substrate. Ideally, I don't know if you can see that from there. Actually, you can see it kind of. Ideally, you'd want about 5 centimeters at the back, sloping to 3 centimeters at the front. That's just so that anything what falls down, kind of just all rolls to the front of the tank, so it's easier. If you get your gravel pump to just go along the front instead of having to go all the way along the tank. If you just have it where it's sloped, then hopefully any excess food or anything will slope forward. With gravel this big though, I imagine it'll probably just slip into the cracks, so this is probably going to be a bit annoying to clean, to be honest. As I said, it's just the gravel, you'd probably change it. As of the filter, I figured out what this part was. This is basically the rates of flow. I need to change the sound actually, or break it. So this is basically, if you can see there, it's not very good lighting, but you can't see it at all, to be honest. But basically what it is there's a little hole, and that's the outflow. So what you do is you put it onto the top where the hole is, facing the same side as the larger hole. There you go. So it's like that, and then this part of the filter, you just pop it in like that. There's the top part, that part. As for the basket, it's quite simple. It's got some sponge in there. So very simple, but it does the job. For a small tank like this, it doesn't need a very high-tech filtration system. So yeah, and then that just pops on like that. Like that. It looks a bit like a walkie-talkie, I think. So I'm just going to unscrew this. There we go. It's a fair size bit of cable. It's about 5.5 foot, 6 foot of cable. So can't complain. For this, this isn't permanent, but right for now I'm going to unplug the lighting in the 21 litre, just so I can plug this in. Can't get it out. There we go. Really need to label what all the plugs are. By the way guys, I don't recommend this as a setup. I've just sort of got a little sheet. I'll usually have a little sheet over it. Okay. I instantly felt that vibrating, which is a good sign because it means it works. Quite a powerful vibrate, to be honest, for such a little thing. Wasn't expecting that. I'm just going to put this at the back here. Don't want it too high, but you don't want it too low as well. So basically, the water is going to shoot out of this part, so you want that near the top of the tank. it's all going to be taken into these parts here. It's going to go through the filter sponge, get cleaned, so any debris what might be in it, the water will get cleaned and it'll all get taken into that. Also in the filter there's good bacteria. If you know anything about the nitrate cycle, you'll know about that. This is why I'm saying it up before Christmas. That's why I'm saying it up before Christmas, just so I can get the nitrate cycle sorted inside the filter. Then once that's all done, I'm going to put the lids and these parts back on the bottom and top, just so I can sort of not wrap it but make it look nice and like a present instead of just giving them a fish tank. From what I can tell, it's a good fish tank. Now we need to add the water. So yeah, we've got the filter in the back right. Just where I have most of my filters. I don't know why, it's just preference. Might change it actually. Might change it so it's there. Yeah, that looks alright. With position of how high you want your filter, you want it high, you want it sort of low enough so that the top part, which is this part here, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it just bending slightly. You want it so that part is below the water, or maybe just a little bit above. You want it to be sort of rippling the water slightly. Then you want it to be high enough so that if something goes wrong... Actually, I don't think it matters with internal filters. No, never mind, it doesn't matter with internal filters, but if you're using an external filter, then you'd want your intake to be a little bit higher than sort of the tallest fish. So that way, if it starts siphoning the water out of your tank, you fish still have somewhere to swim about and they don't come up on service and have no water to swim in. So that's pretty good positioning for that tank. The filter, sorry. That fits on nicely. Filter isn't quite touching. Oh, maybe it is. But that's not too big of an issue. But anyway, I'm going to go get the water. Put this anywhere. It's just a little unicorn. I bought it there for now. Person can change it if you like. Yeah. So that's it. Now I'm just going to show you adding the water, which might be a bit tricky because usually in a tank you'd want to pour it onto you'd want to empty the water onto a rock so it doesn't move the substrate, which is the gravel. But this, we don't really have that option, so I might have to do it very slowly. Anyway, I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so at the moment, as I said, I've got a very basic setup and I don't have a bucket, so right now I'm just using more of the saucepans to do the trick. Basically what I'm going to try and do, if it's possible, actually, better idea. Get the bowl what I used earlier, pop it in the tank upside down. So basically if I was to pour this in now, it would move all the substrate, which you don't want if you've made it with the incline. You don't want that, so for now, saucepan won't fit, but I'm going to try and pour it onto the bowl just so it doesn't move the substrate. That seems to be working really well actually. Yeah, for now just pouring it in slowly. I'm not going to show you me fill up the whole tank because of the saucepan I'm using, it's going to take quite a while. I'm not going to record all that, so I'll get back to you when it's nearly full. Okay guys, I've got to the point where this is really cold water, by the way. It's cold water tank. It's not got a heater, but this will eventually acclimate to room temperature. You can't really see it right now because of how cold it is. There you go. But yeah, as you can see, the filler intake is, the water level has rose above that now. You don't want to use your filter with no water because it breaks it. But right now I'm going to move the bowl. That is cold. Okay. Yeah, and turn the filter on. In general, that bowl idea was a really good idea. Not much moving in the substrate. I've already fixed it. But yeah, go turn the filter on, see how it works. Oh, okay. So this thing sticking out the top isn't actually for the outtake. I'm not sure what that's for. Actually, I think this is it's taking in air. That's what it is. That's taking in air, which is helping the filter sort of pump it out. I think. I don't know. I might be talking rubbish. But yeah, so the thing what was sticking out, I'm not sure if you can see it from there, but the thing what's sticking out is actually the output. Then the basket, what I've shown you, with all the filter sponging, is intaking the water that's been pushed out as clean water. But yeah, the bowl's out now, it's got to a point, so now I can start gently just pouring it in normally. I thought the substrate's all just moved, but I can fix that in a minute. This is actually warmer water from what I was using before, because I've seen that it's getting a bit cold and the visibility for you guys isn't all that great. So yeah, we'll get back to you when it's full. It shouldn't be long now. Okay guys, so that's pretty much the aquarium done and set up. It is quite cold at the moment, but yeah, that's pretty much the setup. That's how you set up in any aquarium. We're going to leave the filter running for a few days. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it because all the plugs back there are for the 21 litre, but I'll figure something out after this video. Overall, quite a good tank, good kids tank. It's got stickers, so I'm sure that person got it for. If you don't want to use that, you can use that as a background if you wanted. It's already got some tape on it. Good look. Something like that, well, doesn't look that half bad. But yeah, I've got the substrate, the unicorn. The filter's on, that's going to be on for the next 3 days. I'm actually recording this video on Wednesday. This video isn't going up till Sunday. So Saturday night I'll give you a little update on that, on how it is. Well yeah, overall, really nice aquarium. Good for your money. This isn't really meant to be a review, but yeah, got the unicorn there. I was happy. This is going to be a goldfish tank. It won't actually be at this house. It'll be a personal guidance for her as well. I'll see if she can send a few videos of it every now and then, if you guys want. But yeah, I'll update you in a few days. Just realised, guys, that's not actually done yet. I forgot. When you get waters out of your tap or anything, it's got chlorine in to make it safe to drink for humans. A very low amount, so that it doesn't affect us. But if you know what chlorine is, it's actually a poisonous gas. It's too small to affect us, but it's not small enough to affect fish. So basically what you need is some tap safe or some tap water. This is one I use for all my aquariums. It's pretty good. Tap water conditioner or a dechlorinator. Basically this one, it's 12 litres, so I'm going to add about 8 drops into it. Good little condensation tray there. Wide. Don't have siblings, guys. But yeah, so I'm just going to add 8 drops into it. I think a few more went into that then actually. But that's just going to make the tap water safe for fish to swim in, just so they don't get poisoned. But yeah, as I said, I'll update you in a few days on how it is. No fish are going in it yet. But yeah, I'll update you guys in a few days.